Hello, everybody. Hello. I see we already have people showing up. Girl Caffeinated, welcome to the stream. Casey Emerson, a cozy gremlin, Professor Pants. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I am so excited. I'm so elated to be here. It is the end of the year. It is December 30th. Unbelievable. We've made it, and we are celebrating in a very special way. Folks, you may remember, we've met some folks along the way. We've met, you could say, some boyfriends along the way. Oh, beans. Scroll up. We might be able to see that we have some boyfriends that we've met along the way. There's only gonna be one that makes it to the top, though, and we're gonna make that decision today. Welcome to the boyfriend tier list of 2024. I'm so excited. I'm also going to turn my music down a little bit. How is the audio for you guys? Is it loud? Is it quiet? How are we feeling? I can make some adjustments as we go. I might be a little bit loud. Let me turn, you know what? I'm going to turn myself down a little bit. I take myself down a peg. Here we go. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. A bit quiet, but it's a good balance. I can bump it up a tiny bit here. Let's roll with that. I can make a couple of adjustments as we go. We'll throw that in there. So before we get started, first and foremost, and most importantly, I do want to thank all of the now too loud. Oh, son of a. How about now? I've led you astray. Listen, it's okay. Everyone's, whomst amongst us has not led one of us astray at some point or another. Good. Okay, perfect. Before we get started, I do want to make sure that I thank my subscribers. So, thank you to What's His Face 11, Chasm45, Girl Caffeinated, Snake Rules 32, A Cozy Gremlin, Bull Feathers, Lord Haas, Velveeta Fan Club, Laura Key, and Mr. Malamon. Everybody, thank you so much for subscribing. If you are a follower, thank you for following. If you are Ken's Pets Dogs, thank you for moderating. If you are a lurker, thanks for lurking. And if you're watching the VODs, thanks for watching the VODs. I appreciate you being here. Everyone, I have the mythical, we got another Cozy Gremlin sub. Thank you. I don't know if I have alerts going right now. The alerts widget is off the dang screen. There we go. Thank you very much, Cozy Gremlin, for 7 months. Jiminy Christmas. Everybody, I have 4 beverages tonight. I have tea. I have cider that has a little bit of bourbon in it. I have a PBR it's just got PBR in it. And I've also got water because hydration is important. And I'm probably gonna forget about all of them till the end of the stream. But you know what? That's okay because I'm going for what, I'm doing my best. And maybe I will drink some of them. PBR is a fun choice. It's what I had in my fridge. It's what I had in my fridge. Thank you to What's His Face 11 for, yeah, there it is. PBR mentioned. You summoned me. You supplied it. This is from the last time that you were in my house. So thank you. I don't drink beer fast enough. Gang, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I want to rank some boys. And some gender non-specific boys. It's no old style, but it'll do. I'm amazed I don't have old style in my apartment. Gang, let's go through all of the boys. I didn't create a presentation this time, but we do have all of the images pinned down here. So let's go ahead and go through all of these boys. First, we have a ghost, which is a really great start. I know who my boyfriend is. Well, I certainly have no idea who that could be. So we have a ghost from Piku Niku. We have the car. We have image not found. Now, you might be wondering what image not found is. I couldn't think of any other way to describe the Beppis box because, quite frankly, the Beppis box doesn't exist. We have, boy, yeah, we'll read through them all. We have the nature's perfect boyfriend. We have Bones from Quake 3 Arena. Oh yeah, Kenzie, thank you for posting that. You can actually fill out your own tier list if you would like, by clicking on that link there. If you, and Ken's Pets Dogs posted it in the stream chat. If you want to do this on your own, and maybe post it in the Discord, or if you just want to have it for yourself, that's fine too. Let's see, what else do we got? Whose fault is it that the Pepper's Box doesn't exist? I don't want the Pepper's Box to exist. We got Chowderman, we got Comrade Carrot, Big Pig, Darkness from Pajama Sam. We got Dimitri, Freddy Fazbear a second time, Zookeeper 2. We have Morio, we have Mr. Come and Go, an orange cat. We have Putt Putt Goes to the Moon's perfect boyfriend. We have a pirate shark. We have the plomantic roommate that's platonic and romantic. We got Pothead from Death's Door. We got Professor Starfish, Randall the Ant, who was on screen for about 45, not even that, maybe 7 seconds of Pajama Sam. We got Ray and the super duper duka buka polygizmo, Riley, the shipmonger, the skull level, classic slug boyfriend. We got the soda lady from Putt Putt Goes to the Moon. We got a very sultry skeleton, the buff man's legs. It's a little tough to see, but there is a little arrow pointing to this gentleman's legs, from Piku Niku. We got Furbies. We got a monster in every single airplane. The hot bridge. We got Magic Orb. This beautiful little dreamer who is making it work in the city as best he can. We got the guy in the toilet in Endocopia. We got Walter the Bug, a crab that was on screen for about 7 seconds. We got the Wildberry Pop-Tart. We got Smirafy. And last but not least, we got the Krat boyfriend. I believe it's the combination of both Krat brothers into one zookeeper, specifically in Zoo Tycoon. Gang, we got a lot of boyfriends. I got to go through all of these different, I got to go through both of the different slideshows that we did. And I just want to say thank you for participating in these and for having fun and for voicing your thoughts and feelings on how we run with this, because God, this is silly and fun, and I'm very excited to do it. So, as you can see, I have a couple of different rankings here. Obviously, the most coveted boyfriend of the year is at the top. Now, the way we're gonna do this, because here's the thing. I know what chat is going to insist on. Freddy Fazbear, or Freddy Fazbear a second time, is a perfectly viable boyfriend. However, I want to make sure that there's a little bit of intrigue, and I want to make sure that the decision is coming from me. However, I am going to have a chat pick of the year as well. So I am going to choose my personal boyfriend of the year, and then we will have a chat favorite as well. So chat gets a boyfriend, I get a boyfriend, everybody wins. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. We can go on a double date sometime. It's cute. So I am seeing Professor Pants say, oh God, and I'm starting to think you're maybe understanding where I was coming from when the decision was made that I had to marry whoever was the boyfriend of the year. Now chat has to marry whoever the boyfriend of the year is for chat. This is Freddy Fazbear Erasure. I'm not saying that Freddy Fazbear isn't going to be the boyfriend of the year for me. He could still get to be chat's boyfriend. That's not Erasure. We're putting them both, they both get top marks. It'll be wonderful. So how about then I'll just kind of go down the other rows that we have. So we have the top tier legendaries. These are the cream of the crop. These are the perfect boyfriends. Maybe not, it's going to include the boyfriend of the year, but he's just going to be elevated. But these are the immaculate ones. I will marry everyone on this list. You can put every single one of them as your boyfriend of the year, and that is fine. We accept that. Nearly perfect. It's not quite a legendary. It's not quite that top tier, but man, they're really good. And man, we want it to work really bad. Hear me out. This one's for me. This one's where I know that you guys might not see it, but like I think that it would be great and wonderful and perfect. I see chat's vision. Maybe not for me, but chat really loves him. Chat really, hear me out, it's just a Pop-Tart. it's just the wild berry Pop-Tart. I see chat's vision is kind of the opposite of that. So that is going to be where maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's not wild berry Pop-Tart. However, I can see where chat's coming from. I respect chat's decision to be wrong. Maybe I don't see it so much, but that's okay. Chat's allowed to like what chat's allowed to like. I do not respect chat's decision to be wrong. This is the more disrespectful option for things that I do not understand and I refuse to accept. And then finally we have Freddy Fazbear. Because we needed a whole tier for Freddy Fazbear. Because we got, boy, a lot of Freddy Fazbear, don't we? So, all of this in mind, I think that that's everything. I think we've laid the groundwork. I'm very excited. Again, if you want to make your own tier list, this is a public list, so you are welcome to make your own. That is pinned in the chat. So you can go ahead and do that. If you want to share it in Discord, hell yeah, that sounds great. If you just want to have it for yourself, that's also totally fine. Just remember that if Freddy Fazbear wins, Lane has to play FNAF. I swear to God. These are not rules that I ever agreed to. I am going to close a couple other things on my desktop just to make sure that everything goes well tonight. So first things first. I mean, we're just gonna go down the line and see where things kind of fall. So first things first, we have the ghost. We have the ghost from Piku Niku. I don't know if you remember the ghost, but like, he was very supportive. He didn't have much to share with us, but he was supportive. Just got back. Can someone tell me why the tier list is upside down? No, Freddy Fazbear is quite comfortable on the bottom. He's quite comfortable down there. Thank you. So, man, I kind of like the ghost, but that said, he was good. He was good. I just don't know if he was necessarily a top tier for me. I feel like he falls under a, I don't even know if I would necessarily say nearly perfect. He's only there for so long, and if I remember correctly, I think he dumps us. So I think I would argue this is kind of a hear me out, where it seems he seems fine, he seems nice, but I don't know if he's gonna be good for us. I don't know if he's gonna be good for us. I can definitely see it, and I mean, he's very supportive when he is there, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm feeling that as a nearly perfect. I think it's somewhere in between. And I think that works for hear me out. Bear. Man, I love Bear. Gang, I really like Bear. And Bear Heart Car. When we were running around in What the Car, and we just had, this is not Freddy Fazbear, this is just Bear. This is just one bear. This is just one of them. Just one bear, and not Freddy. His name's not Freddy, his name's just Bear. I feel like he falls under nearly perfect for me. I feel like, I don't think he's necessarily a legendary, but I do think that he's incredibly supportive, and I really enjoy the energy that he brings to the table. We just didn't have enough time to explore the character other than he is a bear that loves car. And don't get me wrong, maybe that's all the characterization that we need, but I would like to see the relationship get explored a little bit more. I think I'd like to see a little bit more of that energy. I think he's nearly perfect for me. Yeah, I think nearly perfect is a good fit there. Wish he was an animatronic. Well, maybe that's what's keeping him from being a legendary. maybe that's what's keeping him from being a legendary. Image not found. This is the Beppis box. And I do not respect chat's decision to be wrong. This is a disgrace. I do not have a Beppis box. Absolutely not. This is not. Don't boo me. Hey, I don't have to listen. I disrespect. Followed, unsubbed, blocked, reported. Listen, there's no. I don't even know what the Beppis box means. I don't even understand. Beppis tier needed. Okay, fine. You nerds want this. What color? What color should Beppis be? Oops. All right. I'm not opposed to adjusting on the fly. If you make your own tier list, you can add all the tiers you want. You're so right. Beppis. There. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? And I change the color. There. Beppis. Just a step below Freddy Fazbear. Put a vape there too. No. I don't even know what that means. I don't have any vape pictures on here. I don't have any vape pictures on here. So I can't put a vape there. Next is we have Nature's Perfect Boyfriend V2. And quite frankly, I do think that this qualifies as a legendary. This is an immaculate boyfriend. According to nature has dictated that this is the perfect boyfriend. I have 12 terabytes of vape pics if you need some. Yeah, if you could just send me about 8 terabytes of that, that would be wonderful. Thank you. I think Man, I'm really between top tier and nearly perfect. Man, I'm not saying Professor Pants, you and I did an immaculate job on that stream, and I think that it's safe to say that we did a really incredible job that day. I'm not saying that we missed the mark in any capacity. I do think that it's a meat Furby, and I'm trying to think in what capacity meat Furby would it trying to decide in what capacity he would make a legendary boyfriend. I mean, like, aside from being nature's perfect boyfriend, but are you forgetting his sensual dance moves? You're so right. he did dance really good. Yeah, you know, I do think I'm really between top tier and nearly perfect. He did have really good dance moves. He did have very good dance moves. So I think, you know what? He did get beat up by random people with jobs. This is also incredibly true. But I also get beat up by people with jobs on the daily. It's part of my job. Someone is ringing my doorbell right now. I'm not gonna answer that. I'm gaming right now. I'm not gonna answer that. It's probably fine. Oh, they've rung it again. I don't have to answer anyways. Cozy Gremlin is here with Freddy Fazbear, and they would like to have a talking to with me. Do not have one of those on-air signs lit up. I should get one and just put it on my apartment complex and just say, excuse me, I'm gaming right now. I'm filming. Okay, next we have Bones from Quake 3, a video game that we did not play. Not that that stopped us from putting other characters from games that we have not played on here, but I'm willing to acknowledge that this one was for me, and I think I'm willing to say hear me out on this one, because despite everything else that chat has indicated to me, apparently y'all weren't feeling this particular skeleton. All the other skeletons on here made it through. We got, well, I guess maybe not all of them. We did get some skeletons on here that made it through, such as the sensual skeleton and the bone level. And I could have sworn there was one other skeleton that made it through as well. It didn't seem like death was really something that stopped someone from being a boyfriend. He looks like he has a butt drill and it scares me. It's not. It's just a gun. You've never seen a gun before? It's just a skeleton with a gun. His anatomy was busted. He's just not our type. All right. Well, you know, I can respect that. This one's a hear me out. I'm okay with that. This one, he's basic. All right. It's a skeleton with a gun. Maybe check yourself a little bit on that one. Next, we got Chowder Man. I want to be able to say that I see chat's vision. You know I want to be able to say that I see chat's vision, you know? You know I want to be able to say that I see chat's vision. I'm not sure that I do. I'm not sure that I see chat's vision. Well, he does have some pretty fun songs. I think I see, he's not for me. He's not for me. I respect your decisions, and I suppose I can see the combo hat sunglasses, or the cowboy hat sunglasses combo is pretty strong. I'm willing to give you that. I'm willing to give you that. I think, and he's a murderer. Well, yeah, he did get into a helicopter accident that he started, and did take, I believe, several lives, which is not great. Just like Freddy Fazbear. Well, maybe a little different, but you know, I respect that. I see chat's vision. I see the vision, and I respect it. He's not for me. He's not a top tier legendary, that's for sure. But I see where y'all are coming from. I think I can see it. I can see it, and I can respect it. And I don't think you're wrong for feeling that way, chat. I think everyone is allowed to feel that way about a Chowder Man. But I'm not feeling it. Next, we have Comrade Carrot from Pajama Sam. Man, he's really good. Do you guys remember Comrade Carrot? I don't know if I see him as a legendary. I do think he's nearly perfect. I do think he's great. I love him a lot. I don't know if I see him as a legendary. I'm not sure. I just feel like he's busy a lot and he's not going to make time for us. I think you think nearly perfect is perfect. I think that that's a good place for him. He's great. I want it to work so bad, but I don't know if he's top tier. We got some real top tier legendaries in this list, and I think those are really gonna just like scream to me like this is an immaculate boyfriend. You cannot go wrong. I think Comrade Carrot's pretty good. I think he's really, really close to being top tier, but I think he just misses a tiny bit. Next we have the Pig King from Don't Starve Together. I think Pig King honestly might be a nearly perfect for me. I kind of love him. He's a big piggo, not to be confused with Big Pig. Thank you so much, Ken's Pets Dogs. Not to be confused with Big Pig. He's a big old piggo, different. But he's just a big old piggo that throws candy. He's perfect. And when he sleeps, he just rolls over and is adorable. I love him. He's nearly perfect. I don't know from a boyfriend perspective what he could bring to the table. He's a big pig, lowercase, absolutely. I think he is. I think he can make us laugh. I don't know if this big old piggo, I don't know if the Pig King is someone that we can grow with. And that's something that I think, that is what I will say about Nature's Perfect Boyfriend, is that is someone that we can objectively grow with, because that's the whole point of the game. Doesn't he give us gifts? Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's perfect. He gives us candy. That doesn't make him, listen, gift giving is only one of the many love languages. And honestly, we have to give him something first before he gives us the candy. And so I love him. I think he's nearly perfect. He's nearly there, but he's not quite there for me. I am gonna take a sip of my cider. Give me one moment. I'm stirring it with a cinnamon stick. It's so cozy. Give me one moment. Now that's stuff. Okay. Next we have Darkness from Pajama Sam. He's really good. I think he's maybe another nearly perfect to me. I don't know. I feel like chat was really into him during the game. I think he's hot. Let's make one thing explicitly clear. Darkness is pretty hot. Of all of the people on this list, he's arguably one of the hottest. And he played cheese and crackers with us, and he let us win, a thing that I am famously a little sensitive about, and so I think he deserves a chance. I think he's nearly perfect. I don't know if he's a legendary, but he's arguably at least somewhat guy-shaped, which is more than we can say for like a carrot, or honestly, even Nature's Perfect Boyfriend, who is objectively not really guy-shaped. He's kind of guy-shaped, and he's got a nice, you know what? He's misunderstood. He is a bad boy, but he's misunderstood, and we can just, he's someone that we have. Now I'm thinking, is he a legendary? He's someone that we grew with. We can fix him, but like in a good way. Like not in a toxic way, like in a good way. Like we're getting to know him. It's an enemies to lovers story, and quite okay, I've talked myself into it. It's an enemies to lovers story. It's as classic as it can get, but it's all a misunderstanding, and at the end of the day, we're playing cheese and crackers together. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, we love to see it. I think he could be a top tier. Tale as old as time. Yes, this is basically this. I quite frankly, I could see him being in the top tier. I think he belongs there. Of all of the classic love stories, I think that this follows the most common approach, and we've seen a softer side to him, and I love that. I'm obsessed with it. I love Darkness. I've talked myself into him being a legendary. Next is Dimitri, and we know he's gotta be a legendary. This is the first boyfriend. He is the one who we gave several, if I remember correctly, several $100, with which he got into a submarine and then just blasted off, and we never heard from him again. And he may have died tragically in a submarine accident. What else could you want from a boyfriend? He's really up. I think he was like, might have been the first boyfriend. No, who was our, oh wait, no, yeah, I think technically speaking he was our first boyfriend, because we were trying to find a boyfriend on the internet, and he is kind of the one. I think he's really he is a real top contender. I think that he's got a real chance at boyfriend of the year. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we have Freddy Fazbear. He's Freddy Fazbear. The video game I've never once played before. Certainly not on stream. And we have Freddy Fazbear a second time. We have 2 Freddy Fazbears. Put him in the Beppis box. I made a Freddy Fazbear box specifically for him. I made him his own tier. Boy. The more I look at Freddy Fazbear, he kind of is iconic. I just don't know. I just don't know if I can, can we grow with him? Does he make us laugh? No, he tries to kill us. So I'm told. I believe. If I'm understanding the lore correctly, he tries to murder us. Look at that cute little hat. Hello, Rose69420. You do bring up a really good point. He does have a really good hat. You can boop his nose. Yeah, and then you'll get murdered immediately because you'll activate the springs inside of him, and it's gonna snap shut and he's gonna eat you. Cannot be contained in anything other than a Beppis grade box. I don't think that's true. I think the Freddy box is pretty good. I think it's specifically designed for this man. I'm gonna leave it here for now. I'm going off of vibes right now. I am going off of vibes. I also know that we're going pretty quick here, so we can reevaluate at the end of this and decide if we want to make adjustments. He'll bite your 87. I don't know what that means, and I don't want to know what it means. I know within the context of the lore. Here's something that we found out. Cozy Gremlin and I have had a couple of different discussions about some of the YouTube videos that we've been watching. And it turns out my particular algorithm does have a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's lore in it, because quite frankly, it's a hopping time in the community. My God, it's a great time to get into. There's a whole bunch of timelines that people have put together. It's really incredible. It's really wonderful. And so, at any rate, I know way more about Five Nights at Freddy's, which is than I anticipated ever in my lifetime, which is a wild thing to say because I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's before. An absolutely bonkers thing to say. We can come back to Freddy. We can make that decision. And again, if you want to see him as the chat's boyfriend of the year, then I encourage you to make your voices known. You can post it in the Discord. Otherwise, we can just talk about it at the end of the tier list, and we can make that decision then. Okay, let's keep going. This is Zookeeper number 2. This is Zookeeper number 2. This is Zookeeper number 2. This is I don't think we have a whole lot of substance between with Zookeeper number 2. So I think I respect chat's decision to be wrong, but we truly have literal no chemistry with Zookeeper number 2. And that's kind of the whole, he's one of like 17 zookeepers that we had on that stream. He works so hard to give those animals a good home. How do you know that? You don't know that. This wouldn't have happened with Chris and Martin Kratt, singular. Well, Chris and Martin Kratt have made it onto the street on here as well. So there's a chance. But in this case, I respect chat's decision to be wrong because there's nothing there. There's nothing. We have nothing to go off of. Which brings me to Mario, which is another of which I respect chat's decision to be wrong. Gang, I understand it perfectly. We've discussed the daddy energy that he brings to the table. I understand, and I respect it. Oh, ball feathers! There's yesterday, today, and tomorrow. There he is. I respect the decision. It is incorrect. Mario does not bring daddy energy to the table. He love a good mustache type guy. Listen, I get it. I know. Whomst amongst us does not appreciate that daddy energy that he brings to the table? I can appreciate it for what it is, but also understand that it is incorrect. Also, I think he's literally the car's father, and that's like no good. That's no good for me. That's like pretty bad for me, actually. So I respect the decision to be wrong. I don't like it. I don't think it's for me. I don't think that Mario is for me. Mr. Come and Go is an immediate top tier legendary. And I will rearrange these as we get, like, once we've sorted through, once we've gotten through all of these, we can organize these in order of who is winning. Mr. Come and Go is an easy top tier legendary. He communicates. He's a guy. He says hello and thank you. I think he's great. We love him. We love to see him. He's incredible and perfect, and I love him. So he will be a top tier legendary for sure. I don't think that anyone's gonna fight me on that. I think everybody loves Mr. Come and Go. He's honestly a real contender for boyfriend of the year, quite frankly. Space 11. I don't know what that means. Orange cat. Bisexual. Nearly perfect. Nearly perfect. I don't think we know enough about him. I don't think we know enough about him to be a legendary. I think he's great. I love him. I love the energy that he brings to the table. I don't know if he's a legendary. He's really wonderful and he teaches us a lot of things, but I just don't think up there with Dimitri or Mr. Come and Go or Nature's Perfect Boyfriend or Darkness, as we've realized at this point. I don't know if he quite makes it up there. He is nearly perfect. I really love him. He's really wonderful. His aura is immaculate, but we know nothing about him. Same thing could be said for Zookeeper number 2. A character which we have spoken to even less, and yet I got an enormous amount of pushback on Zookeeper number 2. Don't twist my words. I will. Perfect Boyfriend from Putt Putt Goes to the Moon. Wow. This is a tough one. So here's the thing. I was so back and forth on this one during the boyfriend roundup. I was incredibly back and forth on this one. And I think being that on the fence, I don't know. I certainly don't think he's a legendary. I think we did what we could with what we had. You know, we had a pretty limited set of things that could make him perfect. However, one thing that we can acknowledge is that he did have 4 arms, 2 to hold you, and 2 to hold a really big sandwich. And then he had 3 legs to like center himself a little bit more effectively so that he could hold more effectively a big sandwich, and also you. I think this is a hear me out, quite frankly. I don't know what chat feels about him, but I could see it. I could see it. You need a tripod for a sandwich that big. Absolutely. And he comes built in with a tripod. I think he's a hear me out. I don't think that he's necessarily perfect because I don't know if we can grow with him. I don't know if he'll, I mean, he did make me laugh in the moment that we created him, but I don't know if that's a good reason. I'm not sure if it's a good enough reason. So I think he's a hear me out. I would like to see where things go with Putt-Putt's perfect boyfriend. I would like to see where things go, but I don't think it's as instinctual, or I don't think that it comes as instinctively to me as some of the other ones that we have up here. Next, we have Pirate Shark. And I think I see chat's vision. I think I see chat's vision. I like the Pirate Shark. Don't get me wrong. I like the Pirate Shark. He's wonderful. My concern is that he sings a song, arg when I'm happy, arg when I'm sad, arg when I'm good or bad. This man attributes all of his feelings to one emote, and I feel like that's something that we gotta address. You gotta be comfortable expressing your feelings in whatever, like, however they come out, and just letting them all out through that one avenue, and something's bound to fail eventually. And I don't know, it's gonna be so hard to communicate with him. He's gonna say arg, and I'm gonna be like, are you mad? Are you happy? Are you having a great time? I can't tell. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like we were gunning for it because this man expresses his emotions, but he kind of does all of them the same way, and that's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. It says it all. It might say it all, but that makes it really hard to communicate with him. I see chat's vision here. I see chat's vision. I could see it. I think he could be great. We do love him, but I think this is maybe there were subtle differences in the args. It's hard to tell in the song, and I just feel like it's gonna be a continuation of that energy. I feel like that's gonna be tough. Big Dad energy. I could see that. I feel like chats. I feel like chat sections are gonna be a lot of dads. I think I'm learning a lot about chat. I think I'm learning a lot about chat. Next we have the Plomantic roommate. And I think, boy, this was from, so this was from an incredibly special stream. This was from Unpacking, and this was a stream where we hit affiliate, which was very, very cool. And so this stream has a very special place in my heart. That said, I feel like the dance, the Plomantic energy, is gonna be really confusing. It's gonna be a real will they, won't they, forever until we die. Shower Knife has Big Dan energy. Shower Knife was identified as a toxic fave. Nearly perfect. I feel like I could see a nearly perfect, because obviously things worked out pretty good for us in that, especially if you consider the story where it started, where we had a very disrespectful partner previously, and then we met our Plomantic roommate, and then everything got better. Where all the best boyfriends go to die. Professor Pants, we don't go for the toxic boyfriends. We cannot fix them. We cannot fix Shower Knife. We cannot fix Professor Helper. He's literal malware. I think the Plomantic roommate is nearly perfect. I don't know if they fit on top here with our top tier legendaries, but I do love them very much. And I think that they hit so many wonderful marks. Love wins. Love wins. You just need to, oh, good Lord. Oopsie poopsie. No one look at that. I don't even know what I clicked there to make that happen. You just need to install them into your heart. I don't think that's good. I think you're gonna install a heart condition. Pothead. Immediate top tier. Immediate legendary. He's a man with soup for a face. That is literally the perfect man. He's so fun. He's so lighthearted. He's so kind. He offers you soup from his face. Love that energy. He's supportive. He's maybe a little bit afraid. Legendary, absolutely. Yeah. He's literally perfect. He might be my boyfriend of the year. Well, I'm gonna keep going. We'll compare as we go. But man, he's really good. I love that soup boy so much. He's perfect. Professor Starfish is actually also a top tier legendary for me. Do you guys remember Professor Starfish? He's perfect. He's a little starfish with a monocle and a bow tie. And he gives you math problems that are pretty easy. And then he says, oh my God, you're so smart. He's literally perfect. He's so good. We need a good nerd. We need him a good nerd. We need a good nerd on the top tier legendaries. We have a lot of bad boys in here. Darkness, Dimitri, I guess it's really just the two of those, but I think we haven't explored the nerd side enough. And I think that Professor Starfish really fits that mold, and I appreciate that about him. I really enjoy that. So Professor Starfish is a top tier legendary for me. What do we have next? Randall the Ant. I do not respect chat's decision to be wrong about this one. I simply do not. This is an ant. This is an ant that we saw for literally 7 seconds. This has happened a couple of times. How dare you? What do you mean? Tell me one thing that you know about Randall the Ant right now. Tell me one thing that you know about Randall the Ant right now, other than he walks on a high wire. Can you list one other thing that you know about Randall the Ant? No? He's a Sagittarius. How could you possibly know? How could you possibly know that Randall the Ant is a Sagittarius? simply no way of knowing. I do not respect chat's decision to be wrong here. This is a nonsensical pick and I will not stand for it, unlike Ray and the super duper duka buka polygizmo, who is a top tier legendary. Look at this man. Look at him. He's perfect. Look at him. Look at Ray. Look at the way he folds his hands. God, he's perfect. Actually, maybe this will be easier. Boy, it's a little bit of a bummer. Wait, there we go. Ray's perfect. He can lift 20 times his own weight. Did he tell you that? Or did the what's the name of the, oh shoot, what's the name of that? Do you guys remember the Ken's Pets Dogs would know. It's that video that teachers would wheel into the classroom when they were sick or they didn't want to teach or whatever, and they had the parrot flew in. Yeah, eyewitness. That's where we learned that Randall the ant specifically can carry 20 times his own weight. Lane is really moving the goalposts here. In what way? in what way? Now see, Bones is different. Bones is different because I know that he's a skeleton and I know that he has a gun. And I know that he was a guy before and now he's dead. But I know a lot. I know a lot of this. My mom straight up had VHS tapes of Eyewitness. Hell yeah. You can't prove he didn't tell us these things. I don't think he did. I don't think Randall the Ant told you. Next is Riley. Riley is from Speed Dating for Ghosts, and I think that this is a hear me out. I adore Riley. I understand that of all of the boyfriend, Riley is a first boyfriend. He is a first boyfriend. He is a himbo. We love a himbo. Man, he could be a nearly perfect, actually. I do love him. He's like a really good first boyfriend where it's a lot of butterflies. You know it's not gonna go anywhere because you're gonna go to different colleges, but that's okay. That's okay. We love him anyways. We kissed after the big football game. There was chemistry there. I loved him a lot. I thought it was perfect. Justice for Randall. Unbelievable. Randall fought with my dad in Nam. No, he didn't. He's an ant. He did not. This is unacceptable. Who do we have next? We have the Shipmonger next, and this one is a hear me out if I've ever seen one. Guys, big news. My dog has joined watching the stream. Hello. Everyone say hello to Tennyson. Hello, Tennyson. We love you. You very good boy. The Shipmonger hates me. And I really like her. It's probably not a great sign for me personally, but God, that's a hear me out if I've ever seen one. She's really talented, but here's the thing. I know that we should never get into a relationship being somebody's project, and I feel like we would be her project, and that doesn't feel good. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want to be her project, but it is definitely a hear me out because I love her. I think she's wonderful and perfect, but I know it would never work long term. I know it would not be good. Next is the skull level. It's Bones, but different though. It's not Bones with a gun. It's different. This is a level in a video game. He's not alive. What are you booing me for? He's a level in a video game. He's not a guy. You cannot go on dates with him. I feel like Bones as a character, and remember, hear me out, is my personal preferences. I feel like Bones as a character, I could go on one probably pretty bad date with him, but it would be fun. He's a skeleton with a gun. This is just a level in a video game. Hello, Chasm45. Welcome to the stream. I'm currently being put on blast for putting a level of a video game into a category of I do not respect chat's decision to be wrong. You're not galaxy brained enough to date an entire level. First of all, you take that back right now. Second of all, what date would you go on? even if you could go on a date with a level of a video game, which let's say that you could. There are other levels of other video games that I would go on dates with. Hell, I would even go on dates with video game levels in What the Car. There are other levels in What the Car that I would consider going on dates with. I don't think the level was the date. That makes it even more confusing. But also, it was a horrible level. It was so rude. I lost my whole mind in that level. It was unbelievable. I do not respect chat's decision to be wrong about that one. Like FNAF. No. 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 I don't respect chat's decision there. You know? She would be dating the date. Now see, that's where I'm coming, who is the actual person that we're dating? The date's the date? Quick question, why do you hate love? I have so many, so many boys up here. I love them all. Just not the level of a video game. Slug boyfriend is top tier. We all know it. We all know it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. Can he grow with us? No, he's a slug. It doesn't matter. It's just in lane as a love hater. Do I have to remind you that the slug made it top tier? If you had told me when we started doing this, when we started collecting boyfriends, that I would be the person to put Slug Boyfriend in the top tier legendaries, I don't know if I would believe you, but here we are. Speaking as a person whose relationship has a slug knight, hard agree. It's pretty wild that I am putting him in the top tier legendary. However, you know, I'm here for it. I've grown. I personally have grown in the time that we have been doing this, and I've come to love and respect Slug Boyfriend. I don't know if Slug Boyfriend has grown, but you know, it's different. It's different. We could take Randall on a date to the skull level. I feel like that would be uncomfortable. If you brought one date to another date as the date, that'd be confusing. It'd be bad. Ken Spitz Dogs, one of the first times we ever hung out, I spent the whole night on the grass playing with slugs, and New Type North decided to date me anyway. I mean, possibly because of that instance. Saw you were going for the slugs and was like, I gotta go for that. Absolutely. Next, we have the soda lady. She's nearly perfect. I really love her. She gives us soda. And then we change colors. She's helping us grow. Dating a slug is fine, but dating an ant is outrageous. It makes sense. We've established a relationship. You want to talk about enemies to lovers? I had a whole experience with them. If you don't remember, I went camping in the woods, and I went on this island in northern Wisconsin, and I came out of my tent in the middle of the night to go grab some medication from my cooler, which you put outside of your tent because it's the responsible thing to do, and it's also going to get you less attacked by raccoons and possums. However, as I went to go get my medication from my cooler, it was very dark outside, and I had my headlamp on, and I was like, oh man, I finally made it. I made it all the way over here, and I look up on the tree, and I see the world's biggest goddamn slug I've ever seen in my entire life. It was a nightmare. It was horrifying. And then I went to go talk to the volunteers at the island, like at the lighthouse, and I was like, this is my second time camping. This is a really incredible experience. The slugs caught me off guard. I was not expecting the slugs to be this big here. I didn't know that they were gonna be here. And they were like, oh yeah, the leopard slugs get pretty big here. And I was like, what do you mean the leopard slugs? The leopard slugs are so big. They're second time ever? Yeah, it was my second time. My first time, I just slept in my Corolla. I just slept in the back of my car, and it was wonderful. It's delightful, and I loved it. And then the second time, I was like, I can probably kick it up a notch, and so I hightailed it several hours to northern Wisconsin to go on this island, thinking that it would probably be fine and easy. It was a wild. It's a pretty wild experience. It might have been a little bit more than what I was ready for, but that's okay. Technically invasive. I absolutely could see that. I could absolutely see it being invasive. But Slug Boyfriend is the manifestation of all of these, and I can't believe, I don't think I'm getting pushback. Tell me one thing you know about the slug. Well, I do know that he frightened me quite badly during my camping trip, because I was not expecting him to get that big. But now I know that he is a good. Why am I getting pushback on this one? Hey, gang, this is me saying that y'all fought so hard to get Slug Boyfriend on the list in the first place. I'm keeping him in the legendary because I like him. I'm keeping him in the legendary because I like him and I think he's nice. I don't know anything about Randall the Ant, and I don't have to explain myself. This is my tier list. Sultry Skeleton. I see chat's vision. I could see it. I could see the sultry skeleton. Ooh, it's midstream. Okay. So we're kind of plowing through these, but I figure we'll get through the rest of the list. We'll sort through the top tier legendaries, and we'll decide on the boyfriend of the year, and we'll decide on chat's boyfriend of the year, and we can have a wonderful time, and it'll be delightful. And then if we have any additional time, I have a couple other things that we can do. But we'll start with the midstream announcements. So yes, as Ken's Pets Dogs has mentioned, you can make your own tier list. This is a public list, so you can go ahead and click on that link in the chat, and you can create your own tier list. You can, if you hate my rankings, respectfully, you are welcome to make your own. You can adjust the columns as much as you want if you would like. You could add more columns, delete columns, whatever you would like. You are welcome to do it. And if you want, you can go ahead and post that in the Discord, which I will pull up right now. I'm not going to look at the Discord just yet, but I am going to grab the link for that. There we go. I know that Discord isn't necessarily for everybody, so there is absolutely no pressure. But if you are interested in joining the Discord and posting your tier lists and seeing what other people have to say, you're absolutely welcome. It's fun. I've been posting little memes and stuff like that, and I've seen some artwork and stuff go up, which has been really fun. And it's delightful and it's wonderful. What else? Gang, we are coming up on 1 full year of streaming. The official date, the official anniversary date is January 12th. Now I am also turning 30 on January 19th. So I am going to combine my 30th birthday with the 1 year anniversary of the stream. So we're gonna do a big old stream on January 19th. I don't know what it's gonna look like yet. This is actually a question that I might ask folks, but if you had the opportunity to see an anniversary stream that was also combined with my birthday, do y'all like it if I keep streams concise? Do you like the 2 hours, or would you like to see something longer? Because I don't know what to do. I've not done, I don't really do anything beyond 2 hours. So it might be kind of fun to do something a little bit longer. Not necessarily a marathon, but not Freddy Fazbear. I don't want to do Fred. I don't want to hang out with Fred on my 30th birthday. I don't want to do that. See, let's get wild. I like that. So maybe we do a longer stream. I will sort out the details, but that could be really fun. So maybe we do something a little bit longer on my birthday. We'll make a decision. Let's all play Roblox. We're all gonna play Beastworm Simulator for like 7 hours. We're gonna play. Oh damn, we could play Papa's Pizzeria. Okay, gang. I've been gang. I discovered the game Papa's Pizzeria, which I am told was a very popular Flash game back in the day. I'm not familiar with it. However, I did start playing it. I watched someone stream it, someone that I like a lot. I watched Northern Lion play it. And like he was enjoying it unironically. And I was like, this man usually does like strategy games and stuff like that. So I was so fascinated that he was enjoying it as much as he was. And so I played it and I loved it. Maybe have some booze before playing it. Absolutely. So maybe I get a little tipsy and I play some Papa's Pizzeria and everyone can yell at me for how I cut pizzas real bad. I did kind of an impromptu stream at a party recently where I hooked up my laptop to the TV and I played Papa's Pizzeria, and it was wild. It was insane, and people were not a fan of how I cut my pizzas. And so maybe we do that. Maybe we play some Papa's Pizzeria, but I can get an assortment of different games that we can play. Maybe come up with some kind of schedule so people can come and go as they please. Other than that, and yeah, like as you cut them how you mowed the lawn, I don't think that I don't think we have to bring the lawn into this. Although that brings up another good point. So I am working on, I was gonna keep this a surprise, but it's the end of the year and it's something that I'm just adjusting the audio for and will probably release in the next week or so. I have curated some of my favorite clips of 2024, and I put together my very first clip compilation video. So that is going to go up on YouTube, probably, like I said, in the next week or so. So if you like clip videos and stuff like that, if you want to see some of the dumb stuff that we did back in 2024, it was a really good year and we had a lot of really good dumb bits. So if you want to see any of that stuff, you are absolutely welcome to watch it. Like I said, it'll probably be a week or so. I have a couple of things that I need to go and redo at this point. Some audio stuff that I have to adjust. But other than that, I think that's just about it. Aside from, I would like to thank my subscribers again. Give me one moment here. Thank you to What's His Face 11, Chasm 45, Girl Caffeinated, Snake Rules 32, Akoza Gremlin. Akoza Gremlin, thank you so much for the resub. Appreciate that. Bull Feathers, Lord Haas, Velveeta Fan Club, Laura Key, and Mr. Malamon. Thank you everybody so much for subscribing. And on a maybe a little bit of a softy note, I do have to say that the majority of people that I think out of all of my founders for people that have subscribed, I think it usually shows like the first 10 people that subscribed. Of those 10 people that first subscribed to my channel, I believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them are still here. And the other person is Ken's Pets Dogs, who has been at every single stream of mine literally since I started. Even before the January 12th anniversary date, there was one other stream that I did that was absolutely awful, but we had a lot of fun doing it, and it was just her and me. And I played Passepartout of the Starving Artist. So I do want to say thank you to everybody who's been here. Like, it's been really wonderful getting to do this and getting to do some fun stuff with my friends, and I'm excited that I get to do this, and you guys have made it possible, so I really appreciate that. That's it. That's all I got. But yeah, so keep an eye out for the clip video. You'll be able to find that on YouTube. It's just LilGamerLane on YouTube, same thing as Twitch. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that out. It is really cool. Speaking of someone who grew up, like, I watched a lot of Lane does like love. Shut up. I watched a lot of like a lot of Let's Players growing up, and I remember loving all of the different compilation videos and stuff, and all of the different like best of clips and stuff like that. And so to be able to have one of those of my own, and to see all of the dumb stuff that I've said over the course of the past year is really wild. And it's like 20-ish plus minutes of clips, so it's fun to be able to go back and see some of the silly stuff that we've done over the past year, and I look forward to doing more. I have no plans of slowing down. This is incredibly fun and I don't want to stop. So anyways, let's keep going. Buff man's legs. It's a little tough to see. Here, let me enhance. Let me enhance. Okay. Buff man's legs. There we go. It's tough to see, but there he is. The little arrow pointing to his legs. See chat's vision. I get it. I understand. His legs are buff. It's incredible. I respect it. Nearly perfect. I've changed my mind immediately. That's pretty good. That's arguably nearly perfect. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's a legendary, but damn, them legs are good. It's not the man. Let's be explicit. Let's be explicitly clear about this. It's not the man. It's not the man who we're dating. It's the buff man's legs. I'm kind of here for it. I know it wouldn't work long term. Doesn't matter. I'm here for it. The three Furbies. Boy. It's one of these. It's one of these, and I can't decide. It's one of these. They did die. At my hand, no less. And that feels like it could be a little awkward on a date. But they came back. Man, this is a tough one. Wow. I'm seeing legendary in the chat, and I could see that. We'll throw them in legendary. I could see it. I could see it. They are pretty iconic. Unlike this guy. I respect chat's decision to be wrong. It could be, and I do not respect, but I can respect it. We like a little mystery. We like a little, you know, who's behind the door? Who's in? He's another bad boy. I can see it. I can respect it. You're wrong. but I could see it and I respect it. I think that's honestly pretty generous for a monster who lives in every single airplane. You can just see their eyes. That's pretty generous, quite frankly. Hot Bridge, immediate legendary. Immediate legendary. He's so hot. Look at him. Hold on. Look at him. Hot Bridge. Man, Pajama Sam, I'm not gonna lie, Pajama Sam had some real bangers in that one. Both Pajama Sam and like just most of the Humongous games in general had some real winners, had some real absolute bangers. Magic Orb, immediate legendary. Are those pecs or abs? He'll never tell. He'll never tell. It might be hands. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem that important, quite frankly. Oh man, we got some real toughies at the end here, gang. The beautiful dreamer. God, I love him so much. He might be a hear me out. I love him a lot, I don't know. Chat, how do you feel about the beautiful dreamer he made his way out to the city, and he's having a rough go of it, but he's doing his best and he's living his dream. And he has a tiny studio apartment that he pays $4,000 a month for, but he's doing it. He's making it work, and he's doing his best, and he's living his dream, and he's not letting anybody tell him no. I feel like that's incredible. That's the energy that I want to invite into my life. I think he's perfect, but I don't know how chat feels about him. Also, as long as we are talking about throwing stones, this is also a gentleman that we saw for about 13 seconds in Chants of Sonar. So I am willing to acknowledge that Hear Me Out is pretty well justified at this point. I think I'm gonna leave him and Hear Me Out for now. I don't think that there were any very particularly vocal folks about the beautiful dreamer making his way downtown. I don't think that there was a whole lot of people that demanded, that were pounding their fists, screaming and insisting that he make it to the top of the list. But that's okay. Maybe he's for me. Maybe he's mine. This is a man in a toilet bowl, and I do not respect chat's decision to be wrong. This is a man in a turlet. Look at him. It's a man in a turlet, and he says, do you want to go on an adventure together? Do not date this man. Do not talk to this man. I love Turlet Man. No. I do not respect that decision. He strikes me as a bit of a pervert, if I'm being 100% honest. I don't like him. Official Stream Dad take. Absolutely fuck that guy. Yeah, absolutely. Do not go with him to the secondary location. Sewer Gandalf is not the best. Absolutely not. What's wrong with you people? I'm gonna take he has a kind face. No, he doesn't. No, I don't even know if that's a face. I know it's got face features on it, but I don't know if that counts. What is wrong with you people? Why am I getting so much pushback? He's a spoon in a toilet, and he says he's gonna take you on an adventure. Do not go on that adventure. Absolutely not. I'm gonna take a sippy of my cider. Give me one moment. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Felt pretty strongly about that one. Time to cool off with one that I think we're all in agreement that Walter the Bug is a legendary, right? Walter the Bug, everyone knows him from Spy Fox. We all know him. We all love him. Walter the Bug. You want to talk about a bad boy? He goes undercover he hides in the in the evil person's bag and relays back information to us, and he just lives a life of danger, but he's doing it, and he does what he can to keep us safe, and I love that about him. He's perfect. He is a top tier. This is a crab that we saw for 13 seconds. I could just put him I could just put him right here. I could put him right here. I think I'm going to. This is a crab that we saw for 13 seconds. Much like Randall the Ant, this is a nasty little crab that we saw for 13 seconds in Freddy Fish. Look at this nasty little man. Don't you dare. Look at him. I would go as far as to say I respect chat's decision to be wrong, because I was indifferent about the crab till you zoomed in. I would be willing to say he makes me laugh for the 13 seconds that he's on screen. We cannot grow with this man. This is a crab that we see for 13 seconds and we never see again. That does not make a good boyfriend. What would a date with him look like? It would look like nothing, because you only see him for 13 seconds. Is it laughing with or at? That's a good question. Almost definitely at. Almost definitely laughing at. Absolutely. I'm gonna take a sip of tea now. I'm gonna take a sip of tea. I'll be right back. Oh, there we go. Thank you. The one that got away. Literally. Because he's just a crab that's on screen for about 13 seconds. I respect. You'll never know how much he likes classical literature with that attitude. How do you know? I will give it to you. I respect your decision to be wrong, but at the end of the day, it is wrong. How many feet does he have? Okay? How many feet do crabs have? Hold on. How many feet do crabs have? 6, right? 10. What? 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 What the fuck? That wasn't the answer that I thought it was gonna be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In a shocking plot twist, he's actually missing a leg. It's not the answer that I thought it was gonna be. What do you mean 10 legs? I respect chat's decision to be wrong about this 9-legged crab. I do not support it, but I respect it. We're down to the last couple. There we go. If ever there was a hear me out, it's probably the wild berry Pop-Tart. Yeah, top tier. If ever there was a legendary, wow, for the Pop-Tart? Wow, okay, I'm seeing a couple of legendaries. All right, we'll throw them in the legendary. I just assumed that because it was a direct reflection of my particular tastes as a 9-year-old, that was going to be a hear me out for sure. But I suppose, well, maybe we're all just here for the Pop-Tart. He's a real snack. I could see it. I respect that. Smirafy is probably a hear me out. Honestly, I think Smirafy is nearly perfect. I don't think he's iconic. I don't think Smirafy is iconic. I don't think that she's necessarily a legendary, because we do have some really wonderful characters up top there that really made an impression. I love Smirafy. And if we had gotten the rest of that game to work, which I'm trying to remember the name of it now at this point. It'll come to me eventually. Man, if I could get the rest of that game to work, maybe Zerofi would be a legendary, but for the time being, I think that's Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. Thank you. God, that was such a good game. I'm so sad that it broke on me. And I might still play around and make it work at some point, because God, I would love to go through that game. It's really fun. I had so much fun with it. I was so heartbroken that it broke. But I think nearly perfect is probably good, mostly because the game did break on me, and I am upset about that. But you know, nearly perfect I think is great. That leaves us with Krat Boyfriend, which is the Krat brothers as two people in one body. Either I see chat's vision or nearly perfect. I don't think he's a legendary, but I do think I could see it. If anything, this is for Ken's Pet's dogs. What more do you want? I'll put him in nearly perfect. I'm just saying, it's also a little bit of the Sims conundrum, right? Where when you play Sims and you're like, okay, where do I start? Who do I make? And then you make people in the real world, and it feels a little weird. This feels like that, where these are two people that exist in the real world, in a sense. And I don't know if I don't know how I feel about putting them on a Lane had Wildberry Pop-Tart and I had Chris Krat. I could see that. Not to be confused with Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt hangs out with lemurs and animals, and it's great. That's different. Gang? That's all the boyfriends. So now we've ranked everybody. I feel like this is I feel like we're in a good spot. I like where everything has landed. I do feel like I agree with, as much as it kind of breaks my heart with some of these, I do think that this has been ranked quite fairly, including Randall the Ant. I will not take back what I said. It is pretty wild that I have put the crab above Randall the Ant. I would be willing to do this trade. Randall the Ant could go to a Respect Chat's decision to be wrong if the crab takes its place in I do not respect Chat's decision to be wrong. That is a trade that I am willing to offer you. That is a deal that you can take, or you can leave it. But that is my offer to you. In the meantime, boyfriend of the year or nothing. I will not. Let's go into our top tier legendaries. So, let's see. I'm trying to find a good way to do this that's not going to be too messy. Maybe we just do that. Actually, I'm gonna put a buffer one down below just so that we can kind of focus on the ones that we got. And this is just buffer. There. Just so we know what we're working with. There is still time to make your own if you would like. As Ken's Pets Dogs has posted, you are welcome to fill out your roster there. What about Freddy? Freddy's in his own tier. Fine. We'll put Freddy Fazbear below the top tier legendaries. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go head to head. We're going to start with, we're just going to start at the top. We're going to compare them, and then we will move them either up or down. Yeah, if you make your own tier list, both Freddys could be at the top. So let's see. I guess our first competition is Nature's Perfect Boyfriend versus Darkness. And I can tell you from looks alone, I think I know who wins. But let's be fair. Let's think about this. Boy, it's really hard to think about. The only thing that Nature's Perfect Boyfriend has over Darkness is that his dance moves are impeccable. And I think maybe that'll save him. Maybe that'll keep him up here. I think Nature's Perfect Boyfriend is Beppa's tier, and Beppa's tier should be at the top. Nature's Perfect Boyfriend is more palatable in Darkness. Interesting. I think we keep Nature's Perfect Boyfriend where he is. However, I do think that Dimitri is going to usurp that position. I think he's going to take it. I think he's going to win. There was just something special about Dimitri. He was the first boyfriend that we had, and God, what we had was electric until he did get into his submarine and absolutely maybe died. Submarine accident, but that's tragic, and I miss Dimitri. I miss him too. There's something really special about him. He is the first boyfriend that we murdered. What game was Dimitri in? That was Hypnospace Outlaw. That was the first series that I did in streaming. God, that game took like 2 months. That was a really long time. But he basically asked us for money. We gave it to him, and then I think he said that he loved us, and then we left him alone for like 45 seconds, and then he got into a submarine and died. So, really tragic stuff. There should be a Netflix movie about it. It's good. Thank you, Professor Pants. I think Mr. Come and Go might usurp that, though. I really like Mr. Come and Go. Have you checked on Raisin Paste? Uh-oh. Oh no. He's probably fine. Wait, I think I bought with the rest of the money that I had in that game, I think I bought a cheat that lets your pets live forever. I'm pretty sure I bought that. I think I did. So I think he might still be alive. he might still be alive. It's possible. Maybe we check on him after this. Oh, my sweet perfect pothead. Oh, my sweet perfect pothead. I do think he's gonna go towards the top. I do think he's gonna go towards the top. But is he more or less than come and go? And now see, here's my predicament. I do think that this is a pretty close split for me. Somehow there's a triangle here. There's a triangle here. Oh god, this is like, I'm thinking about this in terms of a dating sim, and it's really, I love dating sims. I have such a hard time with dating sims because I have a really hard time making decisions. And Pothead is pretty hard to beat. I know. He's got a face full of soup. Do we go for a man with a face full of soup over a man who communicates what he needs? I guess he kind of communicates what he needs, and that is some assistance. He does ask for help. Oh, Pothead's really good. I think he might be my top contender so far. The only real contender for Pothead is Randall. Get the fuck out of here. Professor Starfish, I think, goes in between Nature's Perfect Boyfriend and Darkness for me. I think he's great. But we didn't really get enough time with him to get a whole lot of development, a whole lot of character development. We didn't really get to see the chemistry between the two of us, and that's, I think, maybe it's tough, you know. I think same thing for Ray, although man, Ray's really good. Man, Ray's really good. That's tough. That's really tough. I think he's good there. I think Ray is behind Nature's Perfect Boyfriend. Oh, man, maybe he's right behind Dimitri. I love Ray so much. He's so good. Man, this is tough. Okay. I think I like this. I think Ray falls in here. I think he's, well, man, I want to say it's here. I think my heart says that he belongs here with Professor Starfish. I think he's a really good contender, and I think there's a part of me that wants to push him up further on the list, but I think that I would be fooling myself. Ray doesn't fall. We'll be there to catch him. He's got the super duper duka puka polygizmo. He has a net that he can catch us if we fall. God, I love him so much. He's so good. I don't know if he beats Nature's Perfect Boyfriend, though. I might have to come back to him. I'll give it some thought. I'll give it some thought after this. Slug Boyfriend's gotta be pretty high up there too, huh? Slug Boyfriend, I think, was one of the most iconic. Maybe perfect is a flaw. You're so right. I'm gonna feel bad about myself. Slug Boyfriend is so iconic, but is being iconic enough, you know? Wait, I actually kind of thought that Slug Boyfriend was gonna win it. He might get close. He might get close. We've had, oh god. Okay, this is gonna be, I need to come back to Slug Boyfriend. I think I need to come back to Slug Boyfriend because there's some easier ones that we can kind of adjust. Probably the only boyfriend you've met in real life. I think you're probably right. I don't think that I've met the Hot Bridge in real life, which Hot Bridge, pretty high up there, actually. It's pretty high up there. The Furbies, man, the Furbies. I have met Wildberry Pop-Tart in real life. The Furbies. Oh no, the Furbies. Where are the Furbies gonna go? Tough. This is tough, gang. Gang, this is a tough one. 3 boyfriends for the price of 1. Look at their sick dance moves. My heart says they're right behind darkness. I don't think that they're boyfriend of the year for me. I don't think so. It is hard to date someone that's dead. You have pointed out a very important detail in that the Furbies are no longer alive as a result of our dance moves, and that's gonna be awkward to explain on a date. But God, they are pretty good. I did do a kill on them. Yes, absolutely. It was an accident. Magic orb. Ooh. Magic orb. I think right behind Dimitri. Well, can we grow with magic orb? Magic orb did make us laugh a lot. And that's arguably more than we can say for Dimitri. The orb knows too much. There'd be no mystery. I think you're right. I actually think you're right. I think as far as boyfriends go, maybe a little bit lower. There are other ones that I think that we can grow with and that we can communicate with. I think it could. He doesn't give us any privacy. I think you're right. He knows everything, and that's not great. That's uncomfortable. Walter the Bug. I feel like Nature's Perfect Boyfriend is kind of the dividing line for me. I feel like most of them have either been one above or one below. Man, I remember feeling something fierce for Walter the Bug, but I think, actually, now that I think about it, I like Walter the Bug, but do I like him more? I like him more than the Furbies. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. Oh, this is tough. Okay. I think I'm gonna put him behind the Furbies. Does Walter accept us for who we are, or does the orb accept us for who we are? The Wildberry Pop-Tart. Gang? I'm not gonna lie to you. The Wildberry Pop-Tart is a Pop-Tart that I had a crush on when I was 9 years old. I don't think he's my number 1 right now. I think it would be a problem if he was still my number 1, because that would mean that I haven't grown at all in the past nearly, in fact, 20 years. Orb knows everything about us, so if it loves us, it's true. That's a very valid point. But does he love us, though? I don't know if the orb loves us. I think we love orb. Do we think that he loves us? I think Wildberry Pop-Tart is gonna be a little lower on my list. And I say that because I have so many of these that I've really, really struggled with. And I've had that really, like, I'm having a really hard time trying to figure out between these. And I think Slug Boyfriend's probably gonna go pretty high up there too. I think I'm gonna have to reevaluate these top 3. In my heart, Slug Boyfriend is 3rd. I think in my heart, Slug Boyfriend, or at least is in the top 3. Don't be ashamed of your Pop-Tart love. Listen. Listen. No. I'm gonna say it. I had a Wildberry Pop-Tart last weekend, and it was only okay. It was only all right. That's the closest thing that I'm gonna have to a date with any of these characters, and it was only okay. It's only all right. How do we feel about this? You know, as much as I'm looking at Pothead, I kind of don't know if he goes in the top spot. Smart. That's not a word. I saw the word tart and Pop-Tart, and then I tried to combine the words, and that's not how this works. I love Pothead so much. I love him so much. But I don't know if he's the top boyfriend. I'm kind of looking at our top. I'm kind of down to, I'll tell you. Nature's Perfect Boyfriend has been my dividing line. And I think in my head, I am down to like, I think I'm down to 5 contenders for the top spot. Pothead, Mr. Come and Go, Slug Boyfriend, I think your tier maker must have glitched. I don't see Turlet Boyfriend on the screen anywhere. Yeah, it sounds like a glitch. So just refresh your Twitch about 17 times and maybe Turlet Boyfriend will pop up on here. I think I'm between those 5. I think I am between Pothead, Mr. Come and Go, Slug Boyfriend, Hot Bridge, and Dimitri. Now the order that those 5 go in is really hard to say. I'm gonna start going by my heart. We're gonna do another round. We're gonna do another round of all of them, and also Freddy Fazbear. I think I love Pothead, but I feel like the chemistry that we had with Mr. Come and Go maybe actually hits a little bit closer. I feel like Pothead is a really wonderful friend. I love him so much. I would probably date him. Oh, God. Man, this is tough. But then there's also Slug Boyfriend, and Slug Boyfriend is iconic. Let's see. I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna give this some thought. Now, I'm going to ask, has anybody, and it's no pressure, if nobody did, that's totally okay. Has anybody put their tier lists in the Discord? Has anybody listed any of their like tier lists or anything like that? Because I can take a look at that and see what people have done. Poll for the top 3. Maybe we do that. And we can still have a chat one. We can still have a chat favorite, or a chat boyfriend, but I'm having a hard time choosing. I'm having a hard time choosing between my top 3. Maybe we do that. But let me start with Discord. Let me see where we're at. We'll see if any of them are posted, and if not, maybe we do a poll. All right, Discord, get on up here. Discord, I'm simply begging you, sir. Discord, Discord. Does Pothead ever take off the pot for smooches and stuff? Boy, that's a good question. Where do you think Lips is on Pothead? Boy, that's really awful to look at. What do you think Lips is for Pothead? Is it where the lid meet the pot? Is that where Lips is? Do you smooch at the pot? Or does he take off the pot? My understanding is that his head was turned into a pot by like a witch. By like the pot witch or something like that. Or you just posted your list in the boyfriend channel. I need to know, is it Mr. Come and Go like the verbs, or are we spelling it come and go like the gas station? Oh, like the gas station, absolutely. Like the gas station. For some reason, my Discord is being sassy. Let me get my task manager and be real careful about this real quick. Make sure I don't delete OBS. Okay, just Discord, thank you. Okay, and now I'm gonna try and reopen Discord. Okay, it's starting. Good. Let's see. Is he really just soup with a face? Just soup with a face? What more could you want? It's pretty perfect to me. I do see, and I think I think that it's, I'm going to be, I will be fair. I will be fair. Give me one moment. All right, let me just open up an MS Paint really quick. So I would like to share some of the community submissions. Let me just do this really quick. We are going to do this. I'd like to share the community submission. Thank you to What's His Face 11 for submitting this. Thank you. Thank you to What's His Face 11 for the submission. I'm losing my whole mind. I can't believe nobody thought about Randall the Ant for a single second after the last boyfriend stream. I guarantee it. And now all of a sudden we're all gunning for him. All right. I'm sitting with this. I'm sitting with this for one singular moment. I'm sitting with it for one singular moment. I'm gonna let my heart decide. Put your faith in what you most believe in. Two worlds, one family. Trust your heart. Let fate decide, or let faith decide. And then there's the rest of the words of the Tarzan song that I can't remember right now. Fate. Thank you, Kaz. 45. Gang, I think it's gotta be a poll. I don't know if I can make this decision. I think this one's gotta be a poll. Ken's Pets Dogs, do you know how many options you can have for a poll? Does it have to be, can it just be 2 at a time, or can it be multiple? Because if we can do, you can do up to 5? Okay. Let's do this. Oh, I'm seeing an oh wait. You can have 5 choices in one poll. That's totally fine. If we can do 5 choices in one poll, let's do the top 5. So we are going to do Pothead, Mr. Come and Go, Slug Boyfriend, the Hot Bridge, and Dimitri. I think that's gonna be it. I think that'll decide it. And maybe, here's the thing. Sometimes when a decision is made for me, I realize in my heart what the decision is and what it has been all along, that I just couldn't come up with it at the time. But we'll set the poll. We'll see if this guides me a little bit more, and maybe that'll help me decide. So let's do that poll. All right, everyone, it's time to vote. It's time to vote. Who's the number 1 boyfriend? Man, this is a tough one. This is a really tough one. I'm seeing a couple Slug Boyfriends. I'm seeing 3 so far. It's pretty unanimously Slug Boyfriend. So far it seems pretty unanimously Slug Boyfriend. We do got a Mr. Come and Go. Wow. Wow, I mean, I suppose there's still time to vote. I suppose there's still time. All right, last couple of seconds here. Mr. Come and Go is the honorable mention, I think. Ooh, and I see we do have a Pothead in there. Everyone, it's been decided. The boyfriend of the year is Slug Boyfriend. Now, here's the thing, and I will move Mr. Come and Go to the front of the pack because I saw him up first, and then I saw a Pothead. I would say that these two are tied for second for me. Slug Boyfriend, I think, is a completely honorable, respectable number 1 boyfriend of the year. But I realize that this is my boyfriend of the year. Now, I do believe that chat is quite upset about a couple of individuals being left out. And so, Ken's Pets Dogs, if you could make up one more poll, and this is just based on the vibes. This is just based on the vibes. Could I have you put up a poll for Freddy Fazbear? Freddy Fazbear a second time. And a second time is in parentheses. So Freddy Fazbear a second time, and Randall the Ant. We will let chat fight it out. we will let chat make the decision. All right, everyone, make your decision. Who's your boyfriend? Wow. Wow. Okay, it's pretty fierce. It's pretty tight, gang. This is wonderful. This is wild. God, I've never seen a tighter race before. It's pretty close. It's pretty close, gang. It's looking like it might be Freddy Fazbear a second time. Oh. I'm actually so curious. Actually so curious as to how this is going to turn out. It looks like we might have a tie, so you have a couple of seconds to weigh in if you want to be a tiebreaker. Or if you want to go rogue and just vote for Freddy Fazbear one time. That's also an option. It's 50-50, gang. Gang, I might have to be the tiebreaker. I might have to be a tiebreaker. I mean, chat, do you want a thruple? I see reject polycule. Do you want a thruple or do you want a definitive answer? I see where the thruple. Interesting. Okay. So I want to be 100% clear. So chat is in a thruple with Freddy Fazbear a second time, not the first time, a second time. Plural of spouses twice. Right, okay, I kind of like that. But you're in a relationship with Freddy Fazbear a second time, and an ant named Randall that you saw for about 13 seconds on screen. Is that correct? Chat, are you happy with this? Is this what you want? Is this it? All right. I suppose the people have spoken. Let me go get this idiot. It's unbelievable. I've never been so disrespected in my life. Everyone, get a good look. These are your boyfriends of the year. We have Slug Boyfriend as the number one. I think we all knew it was going to happen. I think we all knew it was coming. And it's very well earned, well deserved. And then also we have Freddy Fazbear a second time, not the first time. And we're not talking about Freddy Fazbear 2, the video game. We're just talking about Freddy Fazbear a second time. And then an ant. Let's roll it out. Let's see where we're at. Everyone, this was so profoundly goofy, and I had a really wonderful time doing it, and I hope that you guys had fun doing it. I did reject Freddy the first time. It's true. I allowed him to get through. I didn't expect a second Freddy, but here we are. Gang, if you had fun doing this, and I hope you did, I had a ton of fun doing it too. I do think that this could be really fun to do as an annual thing. My personal thoughts are the winners of this year, the boyfriends of the year, will be re-entered next year, which is wild to think about that we could be doing this in for another year, but I'm still kind of planning on going. I'm having a lot of fun with this. But the winners this year could be re-entered next year to see if they are still our boyfriends next year, or if we have found a new person. Will there be a divorce category? Interesting. we could throw a divorce category in there. That is an option. I I could see a couple of these. Honestly, if any of them could be in a divorce category, and I will get rid of this one. Delete that one. I think if any of them are in a divorce category, I think Mario fits that vibe pretty well. I feel like Mario and like Chowder Man, I feel like would probably fall in a divorce category. That's just my personal feelings on it. Well, cool. I mean, we got a couple of extra minutes. So there is one more thing that I wanted to keep a surprise, and I tried to audio test it before, and it was a little bit tough, but we can give it a shot. Let's take some time to appreciate Randall. I have another idea of what we could do. So if you give me just one moment to get a couple things set up here, let me do a couple things. I'm gonna turn off the music. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off the music, and then I'm going to get something going. I do need to make a quick adjustment to the audio because it could be so profoundly loud. Let me see. Let me find it. Where is it? There it is. All right. Everyone. We're just gonna do it. Everyone. Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's. Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's. It's your boyfriend. It's your boyfriend. It's your boyfriend. It's Freddy. I can't tell you how much I don't want to do this. I can't tell you just how bad I don't want to fucking do this. But I thought, what better way to end what better way to end this stream than one round. What we'll do, run round of Five Nights at Freddy's. and then we'll call it. But I thought we could end on something special. I didn't tell anybody about this. I wasn't sure if I was gonna follow through on it, but here we go. Okay. I'm a little worried that it might be quiet for me. Is it loud? Is it very loud for you guys? Is it quite loud? Oh, Freddy, you don't look so good. Okay. You can let me know if it's too loud and I can make the adjustments as we go. It's very quiet? Okay. That's actually okay, because I need to adjust my audio a tiny bit. Give me one moment. Okay. How's that feeling? We'll get into it, and we can make adjustments as we go. Not many adjustments. I don't think I have a whole lot of... I don't think I have a whole lot of opportunities to minimize the game. Okay. We might just do one night. we might just do one night. We'll see. I can't stress this enough. I've never played this game before. Hello? Hello? You guys hear okay?
I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see.
I actually don't know how to play this.
It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to
Sucks.
As soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced, blah blah blah. Now that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87.
There's the bite of 87.
It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with crossbeams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort.
Sorry, I'm being so quiet. I've never played this before and I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power.
Okay.
Alright, good night.
Okay. So here's my understanding. Here's my understanding of this game. You only have so much power that you have to conserve throughout the night. Now, here's the thing. I don't... What? Okay. Hi. 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 Hi, Bonnie. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. So, we have to keep an eye out for... Bonnie, you're still there. Cool. So, we have to keep an eye out for... these little guys. We have to keep an eye out for these little guys and make sure... Okay, Bonnie's still there. That's fine. So, we have to keep an eye out for little guys. And we have to close the doors if somebody comes by. It's 2 a.m. and I don't have a whole... I have about 60% power. And I have to make it until... I have to make it until 6 a.m. What do we got? This sucks. Ah! Hi, Chica! Hi, Bonnie! Okay. Guys, my heart is pounding. This is a game for children. Why is this so scary? Oh, God, Bonnie's gone. Bonnie? 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 Hey, Bonnie? Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie, where did you go? Oh, hi, Bonnie. Are you here? Okay. Bonnie is in the hallway. Bonnie? 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 Are you still in the hallway? No, you're not in the hallway anymore. Chica? Chica? Okay. 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 Hi, Chica. Okay. Okay, so Freddy's still there. I thought I heard music. I thought I heard music. My heart is pounding. My heart is pounding. Chica? Okay, no Chica. No Chica. It's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. Sucks. Oh my god, this is a video game for babies. Okay, Chica's pretty close. Chica's pretty close. What do you mean no? What do you mean no? What do I do about that? Everyone, this has been Five Nights at Freddy's. And it appears to be 10:03. This... Well, I'll never play this again. Wow. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for a wonderful, wonderful year of streaming. This has been a real blast. I don't know, maybe I will play more of this. That jump scare was pretty bad, but also it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, so can't wait for 2025 FNAF. Oh my god. All right. Well, I'll give you one last look at the boyfriend roundup before we wrap up. I do want to say thank you once again to my subscribers. Thank you to What's His Face 11, Chasm 45, Girl Caffeinated, Snake Rules 32, A Cozy Gremlin. Thank you again for the resub today. Bull Feathers, Lord Haas, Velveeta Fan Club, Laura Key, and Mr. Melamon. Thank you all so much for your subs. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much if you are a follower. Ken's Pets Dogs, obviously, thank you so much for moderating every single stream. If you're a follower, thanks for following. If you're a lurker, thanks for lurking. And if you're watching the VODs, I really appreciate you watching the VODs. And I hope to see you again next year. Until then, have a really wonderful New Year's, and we'll see you when we see you. Maybe we'll do another FNAF night. Who knows? Thanks, Bull Feathers. All right, we'll catch y'all next time. Have a wonderful night, and yeah, we'll see you again next Monday. Yeah, we'll see you next Monday. So long. Goodbye.